Okay, we live. Let's get it. What up? This your boy T. Whatsblazing Sports. Giving you that lunchtime snack pack edition, guys. We are here. We are live. We are back at it like a crack at it. Giving you boxing geekers this work, and yet again, slapping another hater in the face with a bologna sandwich. Let's get it. Heavyweight boxing talk. First of all, once again, prayers goes out to Earl Spence Jr., his daughters, his siblings, his brothers, his mothers, father. Shout out to everyone. Shout out, but prayers go to the whole Spence family. But let's talk about this boxing. Usyk unified the cruiserweight division. Unified. Bad boy, can move, can box, angles, thinker. But I gotta say this, man. As much as I believe Usyk has been a thinker, something makes me want to think or second guess his thoughts about, guess it, fighting Deontay Wilder. Woo-wee! Guys, wow, man, listen. Guys, what are your thoughts on this, guys? What are your thoughts? Oleksandr Usyk says that he's not targeting Joshua or Fury, but he is targeting Deontay Wilder. We got to talk about it. In the building, the one, the only Christopher Jordan that was blazing, homie. And he's talking about run, Deontay, run. You crazy. You're smoking something. Listen. Listen. You must be smoking the same thing that Usyk was smoking when he said that he wants to go out there and beat the mascot. Wilder will lose that fight. No, he won't, bro. All right, let me give you my thoughts. By Usyk wanted to fight Deontay Wilder. To me, it's like a kid that's curious on what it would actually feel like to touch that hot stove that mommy kept warning him not to touch. Don't touch it, you'll burn your hand. Don't touch it, you will burn your hand, Usyk. KO City, you're right, bro. Listen. But Usyk wanted to face Deontay Wilder, to me, it's like a man saying he want to feel what the right hand of God feels like. I mean, Deontay Wilder punching with the force of a fucking horse. I don't know what Usyk is smoking. Listen, this is not even a video I can go back and forth. I mean, I can try, right? I can try. You saw what Ortiz did to Wilder. Ortiz is a natural heavyweight. Very crafty southpaw. And I'm not taking nothing away from Usyk. Nothing. But Ortiz is used to facing big guys. And Usyk is used to facing cruiserweights. Usyk is a lot faster. Let me explain something to you, Ace. Let me break this down to you like a crack rock so you can at least smoke something to deal with the delusion that you are seeing. Here we go. See, Usyk sat back and he watched Ortiz. He saw Tyson Fury, like, oh man, I can do that. See, Usyk is thinking about, I can use my speed. I can be able to catch Wilder. Look what Ortiz did to him. Look what Ortiz did to him. Well, look, hey, you know what? Christopher, you're right. Wilder has that Thanos right hand. Listen. And this is something else I can compare it to. Do you remember in the first, not Avengers, but the first, what is it called? Infinity War. Remember when Iron Man had a chance to take on Thanos one-on-one? Remember that? Remember Iron Man was doing all the swinging and kicking and shit, right? That's Usyk. That's Usyk. He's smaller and faster. And then when Iron Man hit Usyk, when Iron Man hit Thanos with his best shot, what did Thanos say? Thanos said, all that for scratch. And then went to putting the hammers on Iron Man, right? Went to put the hammers on him. Fury is like a bag of feathers, LOL. Listen, I'm gonna get in my car. I gotta walk on this. Plus, it might help out with my sinus. Horrible sinus pressure today. But, listen, man. Fucking Wilder is fucking Thanos. And against somebody, listen, see, with Usyk's side, as big as Usyk is, right? Deontay Wilder don't even need all 5 stones. He don't need all 5 stones. He only need matter of fact, he don't even need the stones. He maybe just put the glove on. Just put the glove on. See, Usyk is used to fighting cruiserweights. Wilder is used to punching people that outweighs him by 40 fucking pounds. By 40 of them. 30 of them. So you mean to tell me 6'7" Deontay Wilder, you can call him, you can talk about his legs all you want, but I tell you one thing, them legs have not got him dropped in a professional fight. Them legs has carried him through knockout after knockout after knockout. You want to talk about, look how Ortiz did Wilder. As far as I can remember, Deontay Wilder left Ortiz face down, ass up. See, you are talking about, you're only thinking about what Usyk may be able to do. Remember, may be able to do. Because I don't think I ever seen Usyk face somebody who's 6'7", fast as shit, agile, athletic, and can punch like a fucking backwards mule kick. Giddy up, bitch, giddy up. See, all that moving for Usyk may look good in a minute. But once Deontay Wilder lay hands on him like a pastor or a preacher do when they bless somebody, he's gonna fall out. He's gonna sink. If Deontay Wilder can drop big ass Dominic Brazil, Tyson Fury, matter of fact, Deontay Wilder has dropped every man he fucking faced. Can you say the same about Usyk? That's all I'm asking. That Ortiz fight should have been stopped in the 7th. Why? Deontay Wilder didn't get knocked down. Why should it? Hold on. Hey, bro, really, man, talk to me, bro. Please, at least listen. That level of weed you're smoking or what? That can't be weed. Matter of fact, that can't be weed. That cannot be weed. Something. Listen, bro, go back to your distributor. Let him know he is cutting that shit with some shit that's making you feed burritos to a tree. I didn't see Deontay Wilder getting knocked down in the 7th. I didn't see it. I saw Ortiz had a good moment. I saw Ortiz hitting Deontay Wilder. I saw Wilder either fighting back or holding on. But when that bell rung for that 7th round, he was on his feet. And it's funny. You said a fight should have been stopped in the 7th round versus Ortiz when Wilder was on his feet. But you are the same person that was okay with Tyson Fury being fucking knocked clean the fuck out. And you talking about the ref should give him a chance. Listen, if any fight should have been stopped, it should have been that one. Wilder wasn't fighting back. T-Dub, he sounds like a Wilder hater. Oh, he does, man. He sounds like a... Listen, I am a 100% Wilder supporter. Deontay Wilder is one of my favorite fighters. Matter of fact, when it comes to entertaining, watching, must-see TV, that's Deontay Wilder. When it comes to stylistically, those are probably, I would say, my top 2 favorite right now. But see, he said Fury also. Listen, so I listen, bro. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Ace, come on, bro. Ace, whatever you smoking was lace. You are tripping. You talking about, see, you do sound like 100% Wilder hater, because I'm telling you right now, I want the fight with Usyk. See, there was a time when I didn't want Wilder to fight people like Dylan White, because Dylan White would just fucking ride Deontay Wilder coattail. My whole mind has changed. My opinion has changed. I think I want Deontay Wilder to fight Dylan White. I want him to knock every bit of that D-ball that is left in his system out of his system. I want Deontay Wilder to fight Usyk. I want it. Give it to me. Listen, give me that shit. See, you think a 6 foot, 3 or 4 Usyk that may weigh, I don't know, 215 pounds. I don't know what he's going to weigh. Maybe 220. I don't know. You think this guy is going to do something that no man has fucking done? Tyson Fury has success moving, but he's 6'9". He's taller and longer than Wilder. So it took a little bit more for Wilder to actually catch up and let him kiss the canvas. But he did twice. The first time felt so good, he went back and kissed it again in the 12th. Ortiz, 240 some pounds. He got his ass dropped in the 5th round. Then he got his ass knocked out. And you telling me that Mr. Usyk, as talented as he is, as talented as Usyk is, he can float like a butterfly, he can sting like a bee. But none of that means shit when a freight train is coming your way and you are tied down on fucking railroad tracks. Once you get hit by that fucking Wilder, Deontay Wilder is not slow. He can move his legs. He got good reaction. He got good speed. Listen, I'm being honest. I think Usyk gonna have a hard fucking time. A hard fucking time just getting past the jab of Deontay Wilder. Just the jab. And when Usyk fuck around and slips up and get caught by the fucking famous 1-2. The famous 1-2. I promise you that Usyk will not see the 12 rounds. All right, my boy Christopher. Usyk beat Joe Joyce before. Listen, bro. Joe Joyce. Talking about the Joe Joyce that has, what does he have now? I don't remember, what is it, 8, 9, 10 professional fights? That Joe Joyce who they don't even consider as being one of the elites? That Joe Joyce? Listen, Joe Joyce got fucking, who I'm thinking about? He should fight people like fucking Konoski. I don't even think he'll take that. Dubois versus Usyk would be a good fight. Listen, I thought Dubois wanted to fight Joe Joyce. What's up with that? Listen, guys. In case you don't know, Usyk says, out of the current crop of heavyweights, the guys that are the guys, out of Joshua, out of Fury, the one person that he wants is Deontay Wilder. Now, I don't know what the hell he sees, but I can imagine whatever Coke bottle he looking through or bifocal glass he have on, they have to be completely fogged up. Because he says he wants Deontay Wilder. He even went as far to call Deontay Wilder a mascot. I think that's, I want to see it. I want to see it. We can talk about it. Listen, once Wilder go out, I'm telling you, Wilder will have a harder chance against Ortiz again than fight Usyk. Listen, there is a reason Tony Bellew didn't want anything to do with Wilder. Well, Deontay Wilder tried to get that smoke with fucking Tony Bellew. He begged for that smoke with Tony Bellew. Tony saw Deontay Wilder, said he put his arm all the way around his body and tickled his chin, and from that fucking day forward, Tony Bellew vowed he would never fight Deontay Wilder. Listen, even during the rematch, when they were leading him to the rematch, it might have been a face-off against Tony Bellew and what is his name? David Haye, right? And they was talking about, who would you fight next? And the one person that Tony Bellew was telling David Haye about, he's like, hold on, so would you fight Wilder? Would you fight Wilder? And I think David Haye may have, tripped and stumbled in so many words to maybe kind of say he would, but Tony Bellew made it clear that he's not going to fight Wilder under no circumstances. Let me see here. Joe Joyce can't beat Kanowski. So, okay, you said No. I think. Listen, bro. Joe Joyce is slow as shit, man. Listen. They're slow, and then there's Joe Joyce slow. Joe Joyce is slow as shit. Let's see. Because Wilder is skinny. Wilder is skinny, but he knocks out everyone. Think about it. A 212, 215-pound man is knocking out men that's 250, 260, 240, 230. Everybody outweighs him. And you telling me Usyk, who is moving up from cruiserweight, who only in his mind believe he can take that punch. Tyson Fury thought he could take that punch until he took it. Tyson Fury thought he could take that punch. Every heavyweight's got power until he actually had to take it. I call Joe Joyce the snail, bro. He's slow as shit, bro. I know Joyce slow. Bellew said he was too big. Listen, so then that's contradicting, because how is Deontay Wilder too skinny, but yet Joe Joyce calls him too big? Listen, I don't get it. So which one is it? Tony Bellew said he will fight Anthony Joshua, right? Anthony Joshua is bigger. Maybe not by height. I think Wilder may get him by like an inch, which is almost down to the same size. He will fight Joshua, right? He won't smoke with Joshua, but he didn't want any smoke with Deontay Wilder. Listen, the fear factor was fucking real in that young one. The fear factor was real in Tony Bellew. Tony knew what was coming, man. And Tony can fight. I know Usyk beat him last, but Tony Bellew can fight. But Tony Bellew, he must have been listening to that very old song. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. Listen, bro, that motherfucker saw Deontay Wilder. He saw that motherfucker knuckles look like he been grinding cement bricks down to gravel size. He like, fuck that. I'm good. So, Bellew said Wilder was too big, right? No. Well, and Tony Bellew is a cruiserweight. And to be honest, Deontay Wilder is not too big. Because if you look at what they actually walk around at, Deontay Wilder doesn't cut weight to make a weigh-in. He walks around pretty much almost naturally. So when you get a heavyweight in the ring, most of the time it's pretty close to their walk-around weight. Most of the time. Because they don't really have to make a certain weight. Maybe they lose some weight just getting in shape, but they don't have to make a certain weight. When you are a cruiserweight, you have to make a certain weight, and then you typically rehydrate close to your natural walk-around weight. Dubois is he shouldn't fight Wilder right now. If he did, I think his career be cut short. I think he is a very talented fighter. He has a future, but right now, I don't think he should jump the gun too fast. If you throw him in there with Deontay Wilder right now, it would tarnish him for a long time. Wilder versus Andy Ruiz, that's a matchup that if Andy beats Joshua again, it's going to happen. Because they both have the same advisor, Al Heyman. They both are under pretty much the same banner in so many ways of speaking. And if Wilder can get past Ortiz and Fury, anything can happen. And if that fight happens, I got Deontay Wilder. I'm gonna tell you a fight for Usyk. If Usyk might get it, because if Andy Ruiz beat Joshua, and if Usyk beat this guy coming up, they might pull that mandatory and try to force Andy Ruiz to fight Usyk next. Now, that's actually a pretty good fight because Andy is not a tall fighter, probably pretty close to Usyk height, where Usyk would be able to. He won't be at a significant reach disadvantage. He'll be able to move around the ring and try to avoid, getting caught with them counter shots by Andy Ruiz. Still a very, very interesting matchup. But when you talk about matching up Deontay Wilder versus Usyk, that's a bad matchup, bro. Wilder will win. I got Wilder winning. Listen, bro, I don't got too many people beating Deontay Wilder. I don't got too many beating him. I'm being honest. Now, I am not saying he's not beatable. Every man is beatable. But I think Anthony Joshua, as of now, I think he's somewhat broken. I don't think Anthony Joshua will go into a Deontay Wilder matchup with the full confidence that he would have had if he never got beat like that. Anthony Joshua took an embarrassing loss. Embarrassing. Guys, do you know what it's like to talk with both nostrils? Like, my sinus is so bad that both of my nostrils are completely stopped up. Completely. But it's cool. We're gonna make it work. Joshua's broken, right? I don't want Joshua to retire. I really would like for Joshua to seek some type of help because I want him to come back into boxing and actually be one of the top boxers. I have nothing against Joshua, but I do call it like I see it. The man has shown a lot of signs of being, that he is not his self before him getting beat. I think if Deontay Wilder fights Joshua, he hurts Joshua bad. I think Deontay Wilder's best competition is Tyson Fury. I think Ortiz is always competition for Deontay Wilder. I think Andy Ruiz does add an element that if he can catch Deontay Wilder in exchanges, could he do what he did against Joshua? It would be a fight that is sell, but ultimately I think Deontay Wilder would be Andy. Now when we talk about Usyk, I think it's bad, bro. I think if Deontay Wilder fights Usyk, he will leave Usyk shaking. Was it Sparker? Who's that at Deontay Wilder? Arthur Spilko left him shaking. Listen, all signs point to down. When you talk about Deontay Wilder versus Usyk, all signs point to down where Usyk is going to go, and it's not going to be good. It's not. Listen, guys, I know as fighters or as some people you don't fight, you watch these people and you think, oh, I can take that punch, I can take that punch. You got 12 rounds, 36 minutes to avoid somebody. And I'm being honest, I don't think Usyk is as elusive as Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is elusive. Usyk is not that fucking elusive with his head. Once Wilder catch up with Usyk, it's going to be like the Queen ordered it. Off with his head. The AJ that fought White would beat Wilder. Well, I don't know. We'll never see it. That's a fantasy matchup right now. We'll never see it. Well, I don't know. We got to go off of reality. Reality is that Anthony Joshua traveled for the first time, got beat bad for the first time, and in many people's eyes, he quit. Wilder lays this dude out. He gets hit a lot. Listen, and Ronalds, if Deontay Wilder hits fucking Usyk, it's going to be like fucking Thor hitting Iron Man. He's going to be up and laid clean the fuck down. if Deontay Wilder hits Usyk, he doesn't even have to hit Usyk with the full power. Oh, listen, guys. All right, just imagine. Imagine if Deontay Wilder hit Usyk like Deontay Wilder hit Dominique Breazeale, Bermane Stiverne. You know, any of the 41 guys that he stretched out. Listen, Deontay Wilder has a way of making people go to sleep when they're not tired. He makes you lay down and take a nap when you want to stay up. Guys, listen, this is something you don't want. Usyk doesn't have great head movement like that, man. Yes, he moves. Yes, he can get in and throw shots and get out. But listen, this is not going to be easy for Usyk. Usyk is dealing with somebody who's taller and longer. Remember, Deontay Wilder does not come in the inside. Deontay Wilder does not come in the inside. He likes to stay on the outside and keep that reach. And catch you with something hot and heavy, smoking like a Cuban cigar on the way in. AJ was the only person to knock down Ruiz. Usyk would give Wilder nightmares. What kind of nightmare? Listen, you're right. The only way Wilder lose is in a nightmare, because when he wake up in reality, he'll be, and still, the WBC champion. 42 victories, 42 knockouts. How can you say what Usyk can do, and Usyk is not even proven at heavyweight? How can you say that? Listen, that's like saying Terence Crawford, who is pound for pound number one. He's pound for pound number one. I can't just go say that, oh, he'll go up to 160 and clean fucking Canelo out. He'll go to 160 and beat Demetrius Andrade. I can't say that because I haven't even seen him at the weight. This is his heavyweight debut. How can you even muster to say what Usyk will do against Wilder? Listen, Usyk right now is biting off more than he can chew. He got a fucking mouthful, and it's spitting out more than he can swallow. Imagine Holyfield versus Wilder. Listen, I'm being honest. If Wilder catches Holyfield with that right hand, but listen, if that's a fantasy matchup, right? It's a fantasy matchup. If Wilder can get me, if Holyfield can get inside on Deontay Wilder, he can give Deontay Wilder a lot of fits. If Wilder catch Holyfield on the outside coming in, he can stretch Holyfield out like a limousine. That's fact. Oh, how runs boxing? What's going on, bro? What's blazing with you, homie? Man, you know, man, just giving this work, bro. You know, I did my video earlier. Best, you know, just giving out, you know, as much prayers as possible to Earl Spence Jr. and his family. You know, they're going through something right now. To be honest, we got a lot of fucking good news. I mean, when I say good news, I'm not saying I got some new breaking news, but by them saying that he's alive and that, you know, he should survive, that's amazing news within itself. That's amazing. Bo versus Wilder. See, you fantasy matchup, but what can be? This is what's realistic, or what could be realistic. This is what could be realistic. Is your boy Usyk, undisputed cruiserweight, a cruiserweight. If he gets past this test, right, and let's say Deontay Wilder gets past Ortiz, in some kind of way, Tyson Fury cannot fight Deontay Wilder rematch. I want Wilder to smoke Usyk. If Usyk calling him a fucking mascot, disrespecting his man, disrespecting his name, talking about that's who you want, making fun of the way he fight, listen, sometimes Santa Claus need to give a guy an early or late Christmas present. I don't know what's Usyk smoking, man. I think he got to be smoking the best ganja known to mankind, or maybe he's delusional and smoking some bad homegrown and it's fucking him up. I don't know. I mean, Usyk should say, "I want Joshua," because he know that yes, he's a big heavyweight, but yet he's kind of broken. He should say, I want Andy Ruiz, because their heights are very similar, and maybe he can move around Andy enough to possibly, I'm just saying possibly, outbox Andy Ruiz. The last person, this last person, that Usyk, who has never fought a heavyweight. The last, Sierra F in the building, what it do? The queen, the one, the only, what's up? The lioness is in the building. I hear you, Warren. I hear you. I hear you. Sierra, if you in the building, this is crazy. Usyk is finna fight a dude named Witherspoon. And listen, I'm being honest, I think he's clout chasing. I think he's clout chasing. Because why would Usyk say he wants Deontay Wilder? That's stupid. Listen, that's like me telling you guys I want to see the Grim Reaper. I don't. I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid. See, when you fuck around with Deontay Wilder, somebody who punches harder than a horse can kick backwards, that's not good for your fucking health. Like, even when Deontay Wilder did not knock Stavern out in his first fight, Stavern had to go to the hospital. God, listen, his fucking shit was swelling up. He was looking like that black dude off of Star Trek years ago. He said the fight must be outside of America. Why, bro? Listen, Deontay Wilder is a WBC champion. He is not going to fight nobody outside of America just to give them a different advantage. Why? Why should the champion cater to the challenger? Please explain that to me. I love to know that. I love to know that. You know, I guess maybe, let me see, but fights must be outside. Okay, maybe you thinking that, well, since Anthony Joshua fought outside of America and he got his ass beat, maybe Wilder should fight outside of America. Well, he actually have already. Joe Joyce beat Stavern. Bro, Joe Joyce beat a bad Stavern. Listen, Joe Joyce did beat Stavern. He beat a Stavern that was at his fattest. I can't say heaviest. He was at his fattest, his slowest. There was not a competitive bone in Stavern's body when he fought him. But when Deontay Wilder fought Stavern, that first time, Stavern was coming after Deontay Wilder. He was coming after him. Listen, if you think Joe Joyce so good, shit, put Joe Joyce on the Deontay Wilder hit list. He can get some too. Joe Joyce will not enjoy that, I guarantee you. Joe Joyce would not enjoy that. Man, listen, Joe Joyce, listen, bro. Joe Joyce better stick to getting some crafty matchmaking. The boy is slow as shit, bro. I mean, listen, the only way you get hit by Joe Joyce punches is if you see Joe Joyce punching at you and you duck, you can duck for 2 seconds and stand up, and it's still coming at you. You just don't realize how slow it is. But then when it hits you, it's heavy-handed, you know? Like, goddamn, this shit is really that slow? And you think it because it's slow that they can't have that much power on it. You know, I think Dylan White's beat Joe Joyce. But you know what? I thought Miller was in negotiations to fight Joe Joyce, but I think Miller was asking for too much money. That's crazy. A guy that allegedly got busted taking more steroids than grandma's medicine cabinet is now talking about what fight he won't take and will take, money related. Stavern was done as a fighter after the first Wilder fight. Bro, listen, bro. The first Wilder fight, Stavern tried. Like, Stavern came forward. He tried to push. He tried to bring the pressure against Deontay Wilder. He went all 12 rounds against Deontay Wilder, and he did not get stopped. But after that, Stavern's head was looking like it's twice the size. Deontay Wilder, I've never seen this in my life. Deontay Wilder has the fucking power to punch a motherfucker's lining back 2 inches. He pushed his shit back, bro, that he had to wear his fitted cap further back on the back of his head. And Stavern went to the hospital because I think he had it could have been a trauma to the brain. I don't know what, can't remember what it was. And he was not the same. And even when he fought the rematch against Deontay Wilder, he talked a lot of smack, but you can tell his heart wasn't there. Miller is one funny fella. You know, I'm not a huge fan of Miller, to be honest. You know, like when Miller was gonna fight Joshua, I don't know if I picked Joshua to win because I knew Joshua was gonna beat him, or I wanted Joshua to beat him. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. Like, shit. Let Miller. I think Miller should fight fucking Dylan White. Let them two fight. They trying to act all buddy now. I call him Dylan. Miller should fight Dylan White. Battle for the D-ball. That'd be dope. Battle for the D-ball. Miller suspended for 6 months. Dylan White, the B sample was never discovered. And now, both guys accused of steroids. Battle for the D-ball. Let's get it on. You know? But, you know, guys, listen, I know me and Ace, we're not going to agree. He's going to think that Usyk is going to win. Usyk is a talented fighter. He's a talented fighter. But all that shit goes out the window once you get hit. All of it. Listen, Dominic Brazil had a lot of fucking plans until he got hit. He had a lot of plans until he got hit. You know? I don't think Usyk can take it. I don't think he's big enough or man enough to take a full-on right hand from Deontay Wilder. I don't think he can do it. Just imagine the press conference. You talking about with Miller and Dylan White? Hey, they're like, Dylan White versus Miller. You know one thing, this press conference will be doped. They're like, oh man, it was dope, bro. You know, where I'm from, it's an old word, but when you say something is dope, that means that it's cool, you know, or it's hot. Man, it was dope. Oh, did you see them fight? It was dope. White versus Miller will fight before they reach the ring. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't think the fight would be that entertaining for some reason, but I think the build-up between Dylan White and Miller, that shit would be entertaining. Dylan White talks a lot of shit, tries to get in your head. Miller talks a lot of shit, tries to get in your head. Both guys would accuse other guys for taking different type of steroids. And then Miller's gonna see, Miller never lost. Dylan White has lost. You know? But it's definitely gonna be some pushing and shoving going on for sure. May the best drug win. Hey, it's gonna be White versus Miller. Pump it up. Sponsored by D-Ball. GW 15 to 16. But listen, bro. Usyk got a fight coming up this weekend. I think it's cloud chasing. Listen, it got me doing a video about it. Otherwise, I would not be doing a video about Usyk versus Wilder. But, you know, when you have a fight coming up, you fight. Listen, the reason I believe Usyk is using Deontay Wilder's name, Usyk is fighting in America. So he needs to attach himself to an American name to get the people to talking, to get the people to doing videos like I am doing right now. Deontay Wilder is from America. So why would listen, this is fight week. Why would Usyk say I want to fight Joshua or Fury? He doesn't do shit for him in the country he's fighting in. So he has to say, well, I got to call up the big dog. Even though he may or may not intend on actually fighting Deontay Wilder. He has to call out Deontay Wilder. He has to say, that's the one I want to fight, because people are going to look at Usyk like, oh, you fucking stupid. In the words of 6ix9ine in his video, stupid. I want that fight. Shit, I want that fight too. Listen, bro, I want the Usyk fight more than you. Ace, please do me a favor, bro. If that fight is made, bro, we got to put some money, man. We got to put some money on this, bro. We got to put money on this. I know my money is safe. Your shit going to be in jeopardy. My shit going to be safe. Once I put me a C note on Deontay Wilder. Matter of fact, I do this. Let's do this. If Usyk fight Deontay Wilder, let's bet $100. And if our fighter wins, the fighter we pick wins, then it's double. So if Deontay Wilder fights Usyk and also knocks out Usyk, you owe me $200. American fighters, I rate Crawford and Andrade. Those are Crawford and Demetrius Andrade. Those are skilled fighters, man. I like Demetrius Andrade too. I like Demetrius Andrade a lot. These are a lot of people that, think about it, people don't give these guys, they just do sometimes. And, you know, I like them. I don't care if they sell or don't sell. I know one thing, Demetrius Andrade can fucking fight. Terence Crawford can fucking fight. And even if you don't like Deontay Wilder can fucking fight, because you know what? There has been many fighters before them that have lesser resumes but could not go undefeated. In order to be 40-some people in a row, some you know, some you don't know, you got to have something going for you. You got to. And a lot of people say, all he got is power. Well, I'm sorry. I thought power was one of the qualities that was in boxing. Okay, we got speed, we got defense, we got power, we got footwork, we got awareness, we got ring generalship. See, people try to take away your best quality like it shouldn't even matter. Oh, Amir Khan wouldn't win if he didn't have speed. Oh, Floyd Mayweather wouldn't win if he didn't have defense. Oh, Deontay Wilder wouldn't win if he didn't have power. Get the fuck out of here. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I'm just saying. Don Donna in the building was blazing, homie. Billy Joe, bro. Billy Joe is ducking Demetrius Andrade hard, bro. Demetrius Andrade said, listen, I will come up to 168. I will fight you in the UK. Remember, Demetrius Andrade is doing what you're saying Wilder should do. Demetrius Andrade knowing that if he goes to a decision, he probably going to get robbed. But he's telling Billy Joe Saunders, I will come to 168. Listen, it wasn't even that long ago Demetrius Andrade was a 154-pounder. Then he moved to 160. Now he's talking about moving to 168 to make the fight with Billy Joe Saunders. But I'm telling you right now, Billy Joe Saunders is one of them guys that he knows what he can do and he knows what he can't do. Do you remember a long time ago when Billy Joe Saunders said that, I'm not fighting Triple G. He would knock me and him out at the same time. Remember that shit? Remember that? I'm not fighting. I mean, another fighter told people in the same division that I am not going to fight this guy. He will beat us at the same time. Talking about Triple G. Now, Billy Joe Saunders has not said that about Demetrius Andrade yet. But Demetrius Andrade offered to fight Billy Joe Saunders on that KSI and Logan Paul court. I heard that Billy Joe Saunders' team turned it down. Then Demetrius Andrade said, listen, I'll come to 168, I'll fight you in the UK. As of now, there's no answer to that. Clarissa Shield needs to fight in the UK. I think that'd be good for her. Amir Khan should retire. He won't yet. Maybe him and Brooke might finally give us a fight that a lot of people listen. And that's the thing, man. Some people are still interested in seeing Amir Khan fight Kell Brook, but to be honest, I mean, it'd be a shell of a fight. It'd be a shell, and honestly, whoever wins, it won't even do that much for their career, because right now, Kell Brook is not really ranked that high, and Amir Khan is not ranked that high. At one point, this was a significant fight. It could have done a lot in the UK. A lot. And now, if it happens, it happens, right? If it happens, it happens. You know, Amir Khan been ducking Kell Brook for so goddamn long, man. And I'm a guy, again, I don't hate Amir Khan. I think he has tremendous speed. That is an asset. But listen, man, that boy been ducking, bro. It's too late now. Yeah. Brooke is done. You got two. Listen, you got two fighters that it'll be a shell, man. It'll be like two Ninja Turtles fighting, but the turtles are not there. Only the shells are left. It's just two shell of a fighters in there, and you got the commentating who has to act like it's super exciting. They have to act like Americana is so fast. They have to act like Kell Brook is doing so good. Because they still got to sell you the fight like whatever you're watching is the hottest thing at that time. But guys, it's your boy T. Blazing the Sports. I'm going to get ready and go back in for lunch. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Remember, till next time, next video, you can always agree or disagree. It doesn't matter. Smash the like button. That's what is matter. What does matter. This your boy T-Dub, and here is What's Blazing the Sports.